What does the city look like from above the noise? Steel reflections, midnight glass, soft hum going up. Climbs in quiet light, floor by floor into the night. Office windows glowing gold, stories nobody ever told them. The cables sing a gentle tone, like distant frequencies returning home. The streets below begin to blur, the mind grows still, the signal clear. Take the last elevator to the skyline. Leave the noise below. Take the last elevator to the skyline. Let the rhythm flow. Above the trains and passing cars, a quiet world of amber lines, suspended somewhere out of time. Cool night air across the face, a little room inside the space. The higher we go, the softer it feels, the farther away the daylight seems. Take the last elevator to the skyline. Leave the noise below. Reflections, distant rooftops, warm roads floating away. What if the night had its own living room? Low road, quiet glass, city lights, far below. The observatory lounge stays warm. above the rooftops in the storm. Leather chairs and amber light holding space for the night. A record turning soft and slow. A distant skyline in the glow. The room grows still, the windows shine. The hours drift out of time. Low go to the observatory lounge, floating through the night. Low go to the observatory lounge. Everything feels right. Clouds move slowly past the glass, like silent memories drifting past. The city hums in lower tones while the room becomes its own. No conversation, no demands, only rhythm without plans. The skyline glows, the mind lets go, the groove decides where to flow. Low go through the observatory lounge, floating through the night. Low go through the observatory lounge. Everything feels right. Above the noise, above the speed, the night becomes exactly what you need. Low go through the observatory lounge, floating through the night. Low go through the observatory lounge, holding every light. The room stays warm, the skyline shines, the night continues. Amber reflections, quiet glass, warm roads drifting away. Low, low frequency, desk lamp, geometry, everything aligned. Focus state, architecture grows in places no one really knows. Coffee rings and paper grids, quiet movement under lids. Monitor blue against the wall, late systems humming through it all. A cursor keeping patient time, like structure forming in the mind. No need to force the framework, let the rhythm build it. Stay in the structure, stay where the low tones move. Some things become clearer when the silence makes room. beneath the floor. Patterns I have seen before. Street lights striping through the blind, everything reducing to design. No applause, no dramatic scene, only quiet shaping what I mean. The kind of hour that doesn't ask, just slowly helps you build the path. Leave the pressure at the door. This pace understand. Stay in the structure. Stay where the low tones move. Some things become clearer when the silence makes room. No finish line, no bright reveal, only motion that slowly feels real. Stay inside, stay low. The silence makes room. Stay in the structure. Let the stillness prove. Even unfinished patterns can become something true. Desk lamp still drawing shapes. The room keeps building. Stay in the structure. Stay in the structure. The room still humming after midnight. Coffee steam against the glass, soft amber on the wall. Rhodes breathing low and slow. Street lights resting on the window frame. A notebook open without a name. The city moving far below. Thoughts arriving soft and slow. No rush tonight, just a glow. Every shadow finds its place. Every sound becomes a trace. Stay inside the quiet glow. Let the night move slow. Stay inside the quiet glow. Let the rhythm know. Drifting across the pane, neon colors through the rain. A distant train, a fading light. time. The room keeps breathing. The room keeps listening. Every page begins to turn without asking, without concern. Stay inside the quiet glow. Let the night move slow. Stay inside the quiet glow. Let the rhythm know nothing to finish, nothing to chase. The mind settles into place. Kind of motion, warm roads fading, coffee steam, night continuing. Can a street light dream in blue? Rain trails, glass reflections, blue neon, slow motion. A late train moving through the storm, steel and amber keeping warm, water painting every lane, like music written by the rain. The city breathing under cloud, a softer version of the crowd. Everything slows, everything bends, the rhythm begins again. Blue transit through the city rain, washing every thought away. Blue transit through the city rain, carrying the night. Drift and slide, the skyline blurred on either side. Station lights and passing signs, floating somewhere out of time. A low vibration underneath, like distant thunder, keeping beat. The rails keep singing down the line, the night keeps perfect time. Blue train suspended between daylight and night. Palm shadows across the pavement, warm roads in the distance. The afternoon is fading softly into shades of honey gold. Windows glowing by the coastline, stories quietly unfold. A notebook resting on the table, saw them moving through the room. The city hums beneath the silence, like a low familiar tune. Every color grows deeper, every outline turns slow. The evening settles gently into a warm analog glow. Palm shadows, warm roads, everything moving slow. Palm shadows, warm roads, nowhere else to go. Laid back drums, Rhodes textures, deep rolling bass. Street lights bloom beside the ocean, one by one across the bay. The boardwalk holds the final sunlight before it fades away. The breeze carries distant music from somewhere down the shore. Nothing asks for our attention, nothing asks for more. Every color grows deeper, every outline turns slow. The evening settles gently into a warm analog glow. Palm shadows, warm roads, everything moving slow. Palm shadows, warm roads, nowhere else to go. Just the rhythm, just the air, just the feeling of being there. Warm electric piano, soft bass movement, sunset guitar accents. Palm shadows, warm roads, everything moving slow. Palm shadows, warm shadows, warm roads, let the evening flow. The coast turns blue, but the warmth remains. Palm shadows, warm roads, fading into night. The bookshelf glows at 2 in the morning, still turning pages. dust floating through the lamplight, quiet shadows on the wall. A record spins beneath the silence, barely moving at all. Half the chapter left unfinished, coffee cooling by the chair. The room feels full of conversations that were never really there. Every page becomes a doorway, every note becomes a road. Somewhere underneath the rhythm, the night begins to slow. Stay inside the bookshelf glow. Stay where the warm lights flow. Stay inside the bookshelf glow. Nowhere else to go. Outside, the city keeps on moving. Inside, the clock forgets its role. Headlights pass across the ceiling like thoughts drifting through the soul. A pencil resting on the margin, a sentence waiting to be found. Everything feels slightly deeper inside this quiet sound. No alarms and no arrivals, no destination on the line. Just the groove and gentle focus, keeping company with time. Stay inside the bookshelf glow. Stay where the warm lights flow. Stay inside the bookshelf glow. Nowhere else to go. The room gets quieter, the groove gets warmer, the mind gets lighter and lighter. Stay inside the bookshelf glow. Stay where the warm lights flow. Stay inside the bookshelf glow. Let the evening overflow. Another page turns softly. The city fades away. Can a horizon have its own rhythm? Golden water, coastal air, open highways everywhere. The coastline moves beside us, bathed in shades of copper light. Every curve becomes a melody, guiding us into the night. Palm trees lean into the evening, like they know where daylight goes. The road hums underneath us in a language soft and slow. The city starts dissolving, the ocean starts to glow. Everything feels lighter. signals in the distance, blinking softly through the night. The radio plays low and steady, like an old forgotten friend, carrying familiar feelings that never really end. The sky becomes indigo, the sea remembers gold. Every fading reflection feels warmer than before. Golden Coast frequency, oh, oh, moving like a memory. Golden Coast frequency, drifting endlessly. Oh, no need to hold the moment, it already stays, living in the colors the daylight leaves behind. Golden Coast frequency, moving like a memory. Golden Coast frequency, drifting endlessly. Oh, Golden Coast frequency, floating through eternity. The horizon keeps singing long after sunset fades. Golden water, coastal air, open highways everywhere. The coastline moves beside us, bathed in shades of copper light. Every curve becomes a melody, guiding us into the night. Palm trees lean into the evening like they know where daylight goes. The road hums underneath us in the language soft and slow. The city starts dissolving, the ocean starts to glow. Everything feels lighter the slower that we go. Golden Coast frequency. Listens when the city finally slows down. Fountain mist, stone pathways, moonlit after one. The square is almost empty now, a quiet calm beneath the clouds. The fountain paints the night in waves, across the stone and narrow lanes. A bicycle resting by the trees, a soft wind moving through the leaves. Every ripple finds the light, every shadow joins the above, tiny islands made of love. The city hums in distant tones while the square becomes its own. No destination, no demand, only stillness close at hand. The water moves, the night expands, the rhythm settles where it lands. A quiet fountain at Meridian Square, singing through the blue. The quiet fountain at Meridian Square, holding something true. Some places stay outside of time, a slower pulse, a gentler line. The quiet fountain at Meridian Square, singing through the blue. The quiet fountain at Meridian Square, shining into view. The fountain whispers, the trees stand still, the night remains. Moonlit water, stone reflections, warm roads, endless calm. Can the city move without making a sound? Night breeze, overhead wires, distant bells, soft motion. Tram lines glow beneath the rain, silver ribbons through the lane. The city drifts in velvet air, carrying moments everywhere. Storefront lights and passing gold, 1,000 stories quietly told. The streets unwind, the signals fade, the rhythm settles into place. Velvet air above the tram lines, floating through the blue. Velvet air above the tram lines, carrying us through. A late tram hums beyond the square, leaving echoes in the air. The boulevard begins to shine, wrapped in amber and moonlight. No urgency, no demand, all emotion without a plan. The windows close, the shadows hide, the night moves gently by second home.
Can the evening stay like this for just a little while longer? Soft horizon, gentle breeze, a slow groove begins. Glows beneath the sunset, amber resting on the sea. A quiet rhythm fills the distance like a familiar memory. A notebook waits beside the window, coffee steam rises slow. Everything feels perfectly balanced inside the afterglow. The sky keeps changing colors, the tide keeps pulling near. The moment feels suspended, like it wants to stay right here. Stay like this, stay a while. Let the evening slowly smile. Stay like this, stay and flow where the quiet currents go. Deep pocket bass, ocean breeze, textures. The harbor lights begin appearing, tiny stars along the bay. Neon waits beyond the shoreline for the ending of the day. Palm trees sway above the seawall, silhouettes against the blue. The night arrives without a hurry, like it has nothing left to prove. The sky keeps changing colors, ooh,
remains after the visitors leave. Silent hallways, soft footsteps, amber light, closing hours. Frames resting under golden light, colors breathing through the night. The gallery stands calm and still above the avenue and hill. Painted moments, frozen slow, holding stories only midnight knows. Every canvas, every line feels suspended outside of time. Signals from the empty art gallery floating through the room. Signals from the empty art gallery, quiet as the moon. Reflections drift across the floor, like distant waves upon the shore. A sculpture casting shadows along, a silent shape inside a song. No voices, no crowded space, only echoes left in place. The colors stay, the hours pass, the city shimmers beyond the glass. Signals from the empty art gallery floating through the room. Signals from the empty art gallery, quiet as the moon. The lights grow soft, the edges blur. The night becomes a careful curator. Signals from the empty art gallery floating through the room, floating through the rooms, floating through the rooms. Signals from the empty art gallery, still in bloom. The paintings listen, the city sleeps, the silence deepens, silence deepens. Soft reflections, empty halls, warm roads lingering. What if the last light never really leaves? Golden reflections, quiet room breathing, Rhodes through warm speakers, the city slowing. gentle breeze. Traffic fading into tone, every thought becoming home. Nothing pulling at the mind, only rhythm, only time. Let the skyline melt away, let the colors softly stay. Every shadow find a shape, every moment wide awake. The last gold across the glass, holding on a little past. Every thought begins to slow. The last gold across the glass. Lights bloom along the range, drawing patterns on the pane. A distant siren fades to blue, leaving space to wander through. The room becomes a quiet sea, focus and simplicity. Every note a gentle guide, keeping all the noise outside. Let the skyline melt away, let the colors softly stay. Every shadow finding shape, every moment wide awake. The last gold across the glass, holding on a little past. Every thought begins to slow. The last gold across the glass. No destination left to find. The city settles in the mind. Everything falls into place inside this amber space. The room keeps all the warmth. Who planted silence above the city? Night breeze, glass rooftop, hidden leaves, moonlit air. A rooftop garden after dark, small lanterns painting golden marks. The towers shimmer far away, while quiet flowers gently sway. A wooden bench, a sleeping vine, a city moving out of time. The traffic fades, the leaves remain, the night arrives without a name. something true. A fountain whispers to the stone, a hidden rhythm of its own. Moonlight settles on the leaves like a secret no one sees. The skyline glows beyond the trees. The air is cool, the mind is free. Every shadow moves with grace. Every moment finds its place. Midnight gardens above the avenue, growing in the blue. Midnight gardens above the avenue, holding something true. No crowded rooms, no hurried pace, only stillness and open space. The sky turns copper before it turns blue. Copper skyline, ocean air, long shadows everywhere. The boulevard is glowing under clouds of amber flame. Every passing reflection looks different but the same. Palm trees stretching slowly across the evening light. The city feels suspended between day and night. Nothing asks for attention, nothing needs to be explained. The rhythm keeps unfolding like soft summer rain. Copper sky cruise, moving with the golden hues. Copper sky cruise, nothing left to lose. awaken as the sunset starts to fade. Tiny sparks of neon appear through the haze. The road keeps telling stories in reflections on the glass. Moments drift together and disappear as they pass. The evening keeps expanding across the coastline view. The last warmth of the daylight melts into the blue. Copper sky cruise, moving with the golden hues. Copper sky cruise, nothing left to lose. One more mile of daylight, one more mile of gold, before the night arrives to gently take control. Copper sky cruise, moving with the golden hues. Copper sky cruise, copper sky cruise, nothing left to lose. Copper sky cruise, skies following the fading sun. The last copper reflections disappear beyond the sea. Blue hour, coffee steam, everything suspended. Coffee steam through the blue hour, curling in the amber light. The room feels warm and weightless as the city fades from sight. Pages resting on the table, half a melody remains, like a signal from somewhere beyond the midnight rain. The silence gets softer, the groove settles in. Another chapter without asking for more. Every sound arrives gently, every moment feels complete, like the city found a rhythm hidden underneath. No rush, the city waves. Orange windows, early silence, warm air before dawn. The corner bakery shines alone, a pocket of light before the morning comes. Fresh bread, warmth against the cold, a quiet comfort made of gold. Street lights fading one by one, the night's still holding what the day becomes. The avenues rest, the traffic sleeps, the city dreams a little deeper. The orange glow of the corner bakery, waiting for the day. The orange glow of the corner bakery, keeping night at bay. Steam gathers on the window glass, watching empty intersections pass. A radio hums somewhere inside, keeping gentle company through time. No headlines, no alarms, only warmth and quiet charm. Sky turns softer, shade by shade, the darkness slowly starts to fade. The orange glow of the corner bakery, waiting for the day. The orange glow of the corner bakery, keeping night at bay. Between tomorrow and yesterday, there is a room where calm can stay. The orange glow of the corner bakery, waiting for the day. The orange glow of the corner bakery, lighting up the way. The first birds gather, the lamps burn low, the city awakens to warm windows, morning air, roads fading into daylight. Who left the lights on for the night? Lantern glow, wooden floors, quiet room, city below. Above Canal Street, the lanterns shine, casting amber patterns through the night. The river mirrors distant gold, a story quietly told. Old records spin without a sound. The groove appears and settles down. The skyline What color does a slow thought become after midnight? Blue reflections, coffee warmth, a steady groove. Color of slow thinking, alive somewhere between the lights, between the rain upon the window, and the rhythm of the night. The speakers hum beneath the silence, the bassline walks below. Every hour feels suspended inside a softer flow. The city fades to texture, the room fades into tone. Everything feels alive. The color of slow thinking, the color of slow thinking. Let it drift a while, let it drift a while. Train rolls through the distance like a memory passing by. Neon bends across the rainfall, painting colors in the sky. The notebook waits beside the coffee, half a sentence left behind. Every line becomes a pathway to a quieter mind. No need to hold the moment, no need to ask it why. The groove already knows the color of slow thinking, the color of slow thinking. Let it drift a while, let it drift a while. Rhythm stays and carries everything. The color of slow thinking. Within. Does the river remember every light? Steam rising, window glow, bridge of passing time. A corner cafe still awake, while midnight bends but doesn't break. A low conversation from somewhere near, then back again to quiet air. The water moves, the room stands still, the city slows against its will. Coffee, steam above the river line, slow reflection moving through my mind. Coffee, steam above the river line, everything arrives on time. The last train hums beyond the rain, then disappears without a name. The lamps stretch gold across the tide, like unfinished thoughts that softly glide. A page half written on the table, the night still turning slow and stable. Every ripple, every tone brings another moment home. Coffee, steam above the river line, slow reflections moving through my mind. Coffee, steam above the river line, everything arrives on time. Steam above the river line, slow reflections moving through my mind. Coffee, steam above the river line, everything alive. But the cafe light remains, the river keeps moving, and the night stays open. Steam rising, the water flowing, roads fading into the distance. The paths appear when the city falls quiet. Old paper, moonlight, soft shadows turning blue. The reading room remains awake long after midnight meets the lake. Maps unfold across the oak like stories hidden in the smoke. A fountain pen beside the page. The night moves slow without an age. Every line, every curve feels alive without a word. Moonlit maps in the reading room, through the glass, drawing patterns as they pass. Every avenue below moves in a rhythm, soft and slow. No destination, no arrival, only wonder and survival. The city sleeps, the pages turn, the quiet leaves a gentle burn. Moonlit maps in the reading room, spread beneath the light. Moonlit maps in the reading room, guiding through the night. Some roads exist only in thought. Some journeys begin when nothing is sold. Moonlit maps in the reading room, spread beneath the light. Moonlit maps in the reading room, leading out of sight. The maps stay open, the lamp stays warm, the night continues, turning pages, moonlit lines on warm roads, fading slowly. What shape does silence take after midnight? Glass ceiling, marble floor, soft echoes in the blue. The atrium gathers pools of light, scattered softly through the night. Empty pathways, open space, shadows moving without a trace. A distant fountain keeps the time, a quiet rhythm by design. Every reflection moves with grace, every moment finds its place. Quiet geometry of the midnight atrium, floating through the glow. Ooh, quiet geometry of the midnight atrium, moving soft and slow. Moonlight rests upon the stone, giving every corner its own tone. The city shines beyond the glass, while silent patterns slowly pass. No conversation, no demands, only stillness, expanding plans. The room grows wider, the mind grows clear, the rhythm settles somewhere near. Quiet The night remains moonlit stone, warm roads, open space, endless calm. What if the evening never had to end? Salt air, golden sky, moving easy, passing by. On the windows, traffic drifting far away. Everything becomes a little softer at the edge of day. A paper cup beside the shifter, low beams waiting for the night. The boulevard keeps stretching forward, wrapped in the honey light. No reason to hurry now, no need to understand. The rhythm finds the silence and settles where it lands. Slow motion, coastline dream. Nothing's faster than it seems. Slow motion, coastline dream. Floating through an amber scene. Neon waking in the distance as the sunset fades to blue. Every reflection on the water turns into something new. Streetlights drawing liquid colors across the evening air. The city slowly disappears without going anywhere. The tide keeps moving softly, the road keeps singing low. Everything keeps flowing without needing to know. Slow motion, coastline dream. Nothing's faster than it seems. Slow motion, coastline dream. Floating through an amber scene. Somewhere between daylight and midnight blue, the whole world slows just enough to move through. Slow motion, coastline dream. Nothing's faster than it seems. Nothing's faster than it seems. Slow motion, slow coastline dream. Coastline dream, floating through an amber scene. Slow motion, coastline dream. I'm holding every fading beam. The last color stays on the water a little longer than expected. The movie ended hours ago. The projector is silent. The groove remains. Inside the old projection booth, the turntable spins alone. Dust floating through the beam light, like memories without a home. The city glows beyond the rooftop, blue reflections on the pane. Every chord feels like a scene from a film without a name. Nothing left upon the schedule, nothing left to rearrange. Only records spinning softly while the skyline slowly changes. Let the vinyl keep turning, let the night stay warm. Let the vinyl keep turning, sheltered from the storm. Stacks of film beside the window, old reels resting in the dark. Every frame holds quiet traces of a long forgotten spark. Coffee cooling near the console, street lights blinking far below. Every thought finds its reflection in the rhythm's gentle flow. Every signal grows lighter, every hour settles down, like the groove became the soundtrack for the sleeping town. Let the vinyl keep turning, let the night stay warm. Let the vinyl keep turning, sheltered from the storm. No ending, no beginning, only scenes still spinning. Let the vinyl keep turning, let the night stay warm. Let the vinyl keep turning till another dawn is born. The city fades to silence, the record plays on. harbor lights ever sleep? Still water, distant glow, midnight tide, moving slow. The harbor holds 1,000 lights, floating softly through the night. Cargo cranes and sleeping piers, wrapped in quiet atmosphere. The wind arrives, then drifts away, like unfinished thoughts that chose to stay. Yeah. Nothing calling, nothing pulling, only space and gentle motion. Quiet frequencies above the harbor, drifting through the dark. Quiet frequencies above the harbor, lighting up the heart. The lighthouse paints a distant line across the water, across the time. The skyline hums in lower keys, beneath the clouds and ocean breeze. Every reflection moves alone, yet somehow feels like coming home. The tide keeps turning without a sound. The rhythm keeps coming around. Quiet frequencies above the harbor, drifting through the dark. Quiet frequencies above the harbor, lighting up the heart. No beginning, no end in sight. Just small signals crossing the night. Quiet frequencies above the harbor, drifting through the dark. Quiet frequencies above the harbor. Quiet frequencies above the harbor, leaving gentle sparks. The tide keeps moving, the lights remain. The night keeps breathing, ocean air, harbor glow, roads fading into the horizon. Can a city glow like a memory? Honey light on the boulevard, palm shadows crossing slowly. A bassline settles low, the evening breeze. road stretches toward the coast, holding colors almost lost, the golden reflections on the chrome, making every mile feel home. Coffee resting in the console, the skyline moving slow, every signal softly shines, perfectly aligned. Let the evening take its time, leave a little go behind. Nothing waiting up ahead, only rhythm gently spread. The boulevard turns to honey light, everything feels warm tonight. Every mile flowing right, the boulevard turns to honey light. Street lights bloom beside the sea, and drawing quiet symmetry. The harbor settles into blue, still the groove keeps shining through. Every window holds a flame, though nothing stays the same. The city hums a low refrain, like rhythm after rain. Let the evening take its time, leave a little go behind. Nothing waiting up ahead, only rhythm gently spread. Boulevard turns to honey light, everything feels warm tonight. Every mile flowing right, the boulevard turns to honey light. No destination left to find, only peace of mind. The road continues through the dark, carrying a quiet spark. The boulevard turns to honey light, everything feels warm tonight. Every mile flowing right, the boulevard turns to honey light. The coastline fades into blue, the groove rolls onward. The night is almost finished, the road is almost cold. One last groove remains. The freeway stretches toward the morning under fading city lights. Rearview mirrors hold the echoes of 100 quiet nights. Coffee resting in the console, windows open to the air. Every mile feels a little lighter than the ones that led us here. Nothing left to chase tomorrow, skyline fades behind the hills. Blue turns softly into gold. Every signal from the evening becomes a story never told. Street lights disappear one by one like stars surrendering the sky. Every note keeps moving forward without asking why. Every shadow growing brighter, every thought becoming clear, like the groove was always leading quietly toward here. Driving to the first light, driving to the slow glow, driving to the first light. Let the rhythm go. The night dissolves, the groove remains a different color. Same driving to the first light, driving to the slow glow, driving to the first light. Carry the feeling home. The city fades behind us. The morning opens wide. Oh. Can a garden dream above the skyline? Glassy lit night air, moonlight on leaves. A greenhouse resting high above the avenues and passing buzz, hidden from the city noise. A quieter world without a voice. Fern shadows on the floor, moonlight reaching through the door. The buildings glow, the plants sway slow. The night keeps growing below the greenhouse above midnight. Breathing through the blue. The greenhouse above midnight, holding something true. Drops of water on the glass, watching distant headlights pass. A tiny fountain keeps the beat, a rhythm calm and incomplete. No urgency, no demand, only silence and open land. The skyline fades, the leaves remain. The night arrives greenhouse above midnight. Breathing through the blue. The greenhouse above midnight. Opening the view. The glass reflects the city glow. The garden listens. Moonlit. Distant skyline. Warm roads, endless night. Can a city bloom after midnight? Glass reflections, moonlit leaves, warm air above the skyline. Rooftop greenhouse holds the night, wrapped in silver amber light. The towers shimmer far below, like rivers made of gold. Small droplets resting on the glass, watching distant headlights pass. The room breathes slow, the room stay still. Every leaf, every tone feels alive on its own. Soft frequencies from the rooftop greenhouse, floating through the air. Soft frequencies from the rooftop greenhouse, waiting everywhere. Moonlight settles on the vines, drawing patterns through the lines. A hidden fountain keeps the beat, a gentle pulse beneath the leaves. No crowded streets, no flashing signs, only rhythm, only time. The skyline fades, the garden glows, the quiet knows where to flow. Soft frequencies from the rooftop greenhouse, floating through the air. Soft frequencies from the rooftop greenhouse, waiting everywhere. Above the noise, above the rush, the night becomes a softer touch. eyes go after the crowd disappears. Paper lanterns, night breeze, empty streets, soft glow. The market rests beneath the moon, hours after closing soon. Rows of lanterns gently sway, like they forgot the end of day. Wooden tables, quiet lanes, small reflections after rain. Every color moves so slow, every shadow starts to glow. Midnight paper lantern market floating in the air. Midnight paper lantern market, golden everywhere. The city watches from afar, beyond the lanterns and the dark. A bicycle against the wall, a distant echo through it all. No busy footsteps, no parade, only traces left behind. The night unfolds without the sound, the rhythm rises from the ground. Midnight paper lantern market, floating in the air. Midnight paper lantern market, golden everywhere. The lights remain, the people go, the glow survives and lingers slow. Midnight paper lantern market, floating in the air. Midnight paper lantern market, golden everywhere. The lanterns drift, the streets grow still, the night keeps breathing. Paper lanterns, moonlit streets, warm roads, endless glow. What if the rain never reached the ground? Blue air, wet pavement, coffee warmth after midnight. A balcony above the avenue, streetlights melting into silver blue. the city speaking through the rain. Soft reflections on the window pane. Nothing urgent, nothing loud, only motion through the clouds. The traffic fades, the hours bend, the quiet starts to settle in. Let the weather drift tonight, let the colors blur. Let the weather drift tonight, leave the edges soft. Distant headlights crossing through the mist, small reminders of a world that exists. But up here time moves differently, slow enough to finally breathe. Coffee cooling by the rail, the skyline hidden by the veil. Every drop a different tone, every thought a softer home. Let the weather drift tonight, let the colors blur. Let the weather drift tonight, leave the edges soft. No, no, no destination, no demand, just the rhythm of where I am. Let the weather drift tonight, let the colors collide. Let the weather drift tonight, everything returns. The rain keeps falling, the room stays warm, the city keeps breathing. Rain on glass, soft rose, distant lights, night continuing. Who stays awake after the music ends? Tape machine, low hum, dim hallway. After 2, studio closing, amber light, long after midnight leaves the sky. Old speakers resting in the dark, still holding pieces of a spark. Coffee stains on faded notes, a melody still afloat. The room remembers every tone, every silence, every home. Smoke signals from the jazz studio, floating through the air. Smoke signals from the jazz studio, waiting everywhere. saxophone against the wall, shadow stretching down the hall. The final take still lingers near, like something only night can hear. No audience, no applause, only rhythm without a cause. The red light fades, the warmth remains, the room still hums your name. Smoke signals from the jazz studio, floating through the air. Smoke signals from the jazz studio, waiting everywhere. The city sleeps, the tape rolls on, the groove survives. Unseal the door. Rhodes studio lights fading slowly. Steam in the low light, neon through the glass. No one in a hurry. Between coffee steam and neon signs, the city loosens all its lines. Chairs half empty, muted sound, a rhythm barely moving round. Cup warm fading through the hand, notebook open, no real plan. Street reflections touch the floor, then become the dark once more. Let this hour stay unfinished, it works better that way. Stay between the steam, stay inside the scene. Some thoughts only happen in the spaces in between. Someone closes up the bar, a train hums somewhere far. Window fog in shifting waves, holding shapes the night remakes. Nothing urgent in the air, only soft electric air. The kind of silence built to keep thoughts from sinking quite so deep. Leave the sharper language out, this place asks for less. Stay between the steam, stay inside the scene. Some thoughts only happen in the spaces in between. breathe low. Have you ever watched the city from where the stars begin? Glass ceiling, quiet night, distant skyline, silver blue. The observatory stays awake above the avenues and lake. Neon colors drift below while constellations move slow. A notebook rests beside the rail. The night unfolds without a trail. Two worlds meet in the same frame. City lights and distant flames. Neon reflections in the observatory, floating through the dark. Neon reflections in the observatory, leaving quiet sparks. The telescope points toward the sky, where silent signals travel by. Below, the traffic paints the streets. Above, the stars keep perfect beat. A soft connection, far and near. Everything feels crystal clear. The city hums, the heavens glow. The rhythm finds a place to flow. Neon reflections in the observatory, floating through the dark. Neon reflections in the observatory. what lives inside the space between signals. Blue glow, quiet circuits, a warm midnight hum. The city flickers through the window like distant thoughts across the sky. A desk lamp holds a small horizon while the late hours drift by. Coffee resting near the notebook, the bassline settles in the floor. Every sound becomes a doorway to something a little more. The room slows down around you, the rhythm takes its time. Everything aligns, the hour between signals. The hour between signals, floating through the night, floating through the Headlights trace the far buildings and dissolve into the rain. The silence grows a little deeper without ever feeling empty. The pages gather quiet moments, the speakers breathe below. Every thought becomes a current inside the flow. No need to search for meaning, no need to force a line. The groove already knows the hour between signals. The hour between signals, floating through the night, floating through the night. One soft pulse, one warm tone. The city fades. warm air and distant headlights. Smoke between streetlights, floating through the amber glow. The city wears a softer face when everybody's moving slow. A coffee shop still open somewhere down the avenue, just drifting through a doorway, like a memory passing through. No urgency, no noise, only the night breathing. Stay a while inside the afterglow. Stay a while, let the warm rhythm roll. Taxi lights reflect on puddles, neon bending into gold. The conversations fade to texture, stories quietly unfold. The boulevard keeps shining without asking where to go. Every block another color, every window moving slow. The city feels smaller, the silence feels wide. Stay a while inside the afterglow. Stay a while, let the warm rhythm roll. Street light, window light, the coffee steam at the same time. No beginning, no ending, only motion. Stay a while inside the afterglow. Stay a while, let the warm rhythm roll. Stay a while, the night is listening. Stay a while, the groove keeps going. Another train passes, another light fades. Can a room remember every late night? Old pages, lamp glow, dust floating in slow conversations with the night. A coffee cup beside the chair. A quiet warmth inside the air. Every shelf, every line feels suspended outside of time. Amber dust on the bookshelves, drifting through the glow. Amber dust on the bookshelves, moving soft and slow. Moonlight settles on the floor like it has 1,000 nights before. The old clock barely makes a sound, yet somehow keeps the rhythm found. The city waits beyond the glass. The hours move but never pass. The room breathes in lower tones, a place that feels entirely its own. Amber dust on the bookshelves, drifting through the glow. Amber dust on the bookshelves, moving soft and slow. Somewhere between the page and dream, everything becomes a softer scene. The dust on the bookshelves, drifting through the glow. Oh, amber dust on the bookshelves, where the quiet grows. The lamp stays on, the books remain. The night keeps turning, turning pages, fading rose, amber light, endless calm. Why does everything feel clearer after one quiet glow, coffee warm, a city made of reflections? Quiet glow of 1 a.m. falls softly on the floor. Street softens every outline into shades of midnight blue. The notebook waits beside the coffee. Half a thought remains. Every line becomes a pathway through the gentle rain. No need to chase tomorrow, no need to hold tonight. The groove already knows the quiet glow of 1 a.m. The quiet glow of 1 a.m. Stay inside the light. Stay inside the light. One warm room, one soft rhythm, one slow hour still unfolding. The quiet glow of 1 a.m. The quiet glow of 1 a.m. Stay inside the light. Stay inside the light. The quiet glow of 1 a.m. Holding colors in the air. The quiet glow of 1 a.m. Floating gently everywhere. The city keeps shining. The groove keeps flowing. Where does the light go after sunset? Glass roof, golden air, palm shadows after dark. A winter garden wrapped in glow, fire above the streets below. Orange lanterns softly shine across the leaves and winding vines. A fountain hums a quiet tune beneath the silver moon. The city fades beyond the glass. The moment stretches and lasts. Soft gold inside the winter garden, floating through the air. Soft gold inside the winter garden, waiting everywhere. Moonlight settles on the stone, making every corner its own. Small reflections on the floor, like gentle waves upon the shore. No rushing hours, no crowded scenes, only space and quiet dreams. The leaves move slow, the night breeze deep, the rhythm wakes while the city sleeps. Soft gold inside the winter garden, floating through the air. Soft gold inside the winter garden, waiting everywhere. The world outside can wait a while. Tonight belongs Why does every journey feel different after midnight? Amber glow, polished floors, distant footsteps, fading slow. The transit hall stays half awake long after the final train. Digital clocks in quiet light, keeping watch throughout the night. A suitcase resting near a wall, no urgency at all. Every arrival, every goodbye becomes a shadow passing by. Catches distant gold stories waiting to unfold. Glass doors open into rain, then closing into calm again. No crowded voices, no alarms, only stillness and charm. The city turns beyond the glass, the moment lingers as it passes. Quietly burns. Reflections, distant rails on roads fading away. Low home in the room, desk lamp gold, the city far away. Signals under the desk lamp glow, quiet currents moving low. Browsers sleeping in the blue. Let the room think for a while. You don't need to lead it. Stay where the low light stays. Stay in the quiet waves. Some thoughts only open at this kind of pace. Street reflections touch the floor, then are gone like before. A late elevator somewhere hums, then dissolves where silence comes. Half a sentence, half a clue, half the things we never do. Still enough to pull the thread through the static in your head. Let the pressure lose its shape. Nothing here is urgent. Stay where the low light stays. Stay in the quiet waves. Some thoughts only open at this kind of pace. No countdown, no reply. Only amber, only time. Stay with this. Stay low. Stay where the low light stays. Stay where the low light stays. Stay in the quiet waves. Some thoughts only open at this kind of pace. So stay where the low light stays. Let the stillness change. Even unfinished thinking can become a kind of grace. The desk lamp keeps its color. Nothing needs to end. Stay, stay where the low light stays. Where does the river go when the city sleeps? Blue lanterns, quiet water, night breeze, slow current. The riverwalk glows beneath the sky, a ribbon of light drifting by. Blue lanterns hanging in a row, painting circles in the flow. The water carries fragments of light into the distance, into the night. Every ripple, every wave moves a little, then fades away. Blue lanterns beyond the riverwalk, shining through the dark. Blue lanterns beyond the riverwalk, leaving quiet sparks. silent road, watching stories quietly unfold. The city mirrors on the tide, a second skyline by its side. No destination, no return, only reflections softly turning. The river knows what time forgets. The rhythm stays without regret. Blue lands beyond the river walk, shining through the dark. Blue lanterns beyond the river walk, leaving quiet sparks. The water moves, the lights remain. Oh, the night rewrites the day again. Blue lanterns beyond the river walk, shining through the dark. Blue lanterns beyond the river walk, lighting hidden parts. The lanterns sway, let 'em sway. The river flows, the city listens. The blue reflections, moving water, warm roads, endless night. When did the room become this quiet? Lamp glow, paper lines, soft keys after one. A circle of light on the tabletop. The city outside never seems to stop. But in this room the pace runs slow, like warm frequencies below. Coffee beside an unfinished page, ideas drifting without a cage. No pressure in the air, no noise to outrun. This is the hour beneath the desk lamp, where the thoughts unfold. This is the hour beneath the desk lamp, quiet as gold. Streetlights shimmer through the blinds, more reflections crossing time. A sentence waiting patiently for the mind to finally see. No deadlines, no demands, only rhythm, only hands. The room listens back, the silence responds. This is the hour beneath the desk lamp, where the thoughts unfold. This is the hour beneath the desk lamp, quiet as gold. Some answers arrive without being chased. Some things appear The night keeps thinking. Soft rose. There's a clamp glow. Coffee cooling, night flowing. What if every idea already knows where to go? Blueprint paper, neon glow, coffee rings after 2. But the drafting table catches light from distant windows in the night. A quiet city breathing slow beneath the glass and neon glow. Pencil lines across the page, small discoveries without a stage. The room gets still, the mind expands, the future forms inside your hands. Soft blueprints beneath the neon, taking shape tonight. Soft blueprints beneath the neon, drawn in amber light. Street lights flicker on the floor. Ideas open in hidden doors. Every sketch and every curve following a quiet nerve. No deadline, no applause, only motion without cause. The city fades, the signal grows, the rhythm finds where it should go. Soft blueprints beneath the neon, taking shape tonight. Soft blueprints beneath the neon, drawn in amber light. Some visions arrive without a sound, already waiting to be found. Soft blueprints beneath the neon, taking shape tonight. Soft blueprints beneath the neon, floating into sight. The page remains, the lamp stays warm, the city keeps dreaming. Paper lines, neon glow, roads fading into the quiet. Warp is silence sound like between the stars. Dark ceiling, soft glow, distant constellations turning slow. The planetarium stays awake long after midnight crosses the lake. Galaxies painted above the room, floating gently through the blue. A quiet orbit, a steady line, the universe keeping time. Every signal travels far, every thought becomes a star. Midnight echoes in the planetarium, drifting through the dark. Midnight echoes in the planetarium, leaving quiet sparks. The city glows beyond the dome, a distant world beneath our own. Street lights flicker far away while constellations slowly sway. No destination, no demand, only wonder close at hand. The room grows still, the sky expands, the rhythm settles where it lands. Midnight echoes in the planetarium, drifting through the dark. Midnight echoes in the planetarium, leaving quiet sparks. Some questions shine without a name. Some answers arrive the same way. Midnight echoes in the planetarium, drifting through the dark. Midnight echoes in the planetarium, lighting hidden parts. The stars remain, the city sleeps, the silence widens. Slow orbit, warm roads, endless night. What stories live inside forgotten grooves? Dusty vinyl, low lamp glow, TPs in the dark. Rows of records line the room, beholding echoes from another moon. Sleeves worn soft by passing years, songs preserved beyond their tears. The turntable waits without a sound until the needle comes just timeless rhythm without a cause. The room remembers what we leave behind. The groove remembers every line. Warm static in the record archive, turning through the night. Ooh, warm static in the record archive, everything feels right. The years dissolve, the sound remains, the needle follows in visible lanes. Warm static in the record archive, turning through the night. Warm static in the record archive, keeping memories alive. The records rest, the lamp burns low, the groove continues. Needle drifting, deep warmth, soft roads, endless rotation. Could this light last forever if nobody asked it to leave? Golden sky, still water, the day holding on. The harbor wears a softer color than it did an hour ago. The sunlight lingers on the rooftops, like it isn't ready to go. A notebook lies beside her coffee, half a sentence on the page. The air is full of quiet movement, the turning of the day. Every reflection grows deeper, every sound feels far away. The evening settles slowly, without a word to say. Hold this light a little longer, hold this feeling where it flows. Hold this light a little longer before the evening fully grows. Palm trees frame the distant skyline. The water mirrors every shade. Street lights gather near the shoreline, where the last of the sunlight fades. Nothing asks to be remembered, nothing asks to remain. Still the moment leaves an echo, like a warm and gentle stain. Every reflection grows deeper, every sound feels far day holding on. The harbor wears a softer color than it did an hour ago. The sunlight lingers on the rooftops like it isn't ready to go. A notebook lies beside a coffee, half a sentence on the page. The air is full of quiet movement at the turning of the day. Every reflection grows deeper, every sound feels far away. The evening settles slowly without a word to say. Hold this light a little longer. Hold this feeling where it flows. Hold this. Can you hear the city thinking? Blue reflections across the skyline. Midnight air moving slowly. Rooftop silence after one. Office towers losing sun. Tiny signals through the dark, like small lanterns through the park. The rhythm waits beneath the noise. Every window holds a story. Every light, a quiet voice. Signals across the rooftops, floating through the blue. Signals across the rooftops, finding something new. Coffee rings and monitor glow. Calm momentum, moving slow. Street reflection, silver rain. Thoughts connecting once again. The night unfolds without a plan. Every distant light feels near. Every frequency feels clear. Signals across the rooftops, floating through the blue. Signals across the rooftops, finding something new. The city hums in lower tones. The mind settles into its own. session. Blue silence on the workstation, a quiet pulse beneath the screen. The city hums beyond the curtains, like a half-forgotten dream. Coffee rings and margin notes scattered softly through the night. A Rhodes chord hangs in the distance, like a slow and fading light. The deeper it gets, the calmer it feels. Stay in motion, stay in time. Let the rhythm clear your mind. Headlights drift across the ceiling, then disappear without a trace. Every sound arrives gently, every thought finds space. The room feels warm with concentration, the city cool beyond the glass. Nothing asks for explanation, nothing asks to move too fast. And the flow gets stronger, the room grows still. Stay in motion, stay in time. Let the rhythm clear your mind. Blue hour, soft tone. The night feels like home. Stay in motion, stay in time. Let the rhythm clear your mind. Stay in motion, stay with the groove. Everything falls into view. The screen grows dim, the rhythm remains. Can the rain hear the music through the glass? Rain trails, window light, warm air after midnight. across the lake. Palm leaves shimmer undergold. The room feels warmer than the cold. A distant cup, a turning page. The night unfolds without a stage. The rain keeps talking, the room stays still. The city fades beyond the hill. Rain light inside, like a conservatory cafe, glowing through the night. Rain light inside, like a conservatory cafe. Everything feels right. Tiny reflections cross the floor, like they have 1,000 times before. The glass roof gathers silver skies, while amber lanterns warm the night. No hurry here, no place to be, only rhythm and reverie. The leaves move slow, the shadows dance. The night gives space to every chance. Rain light inside the conservatory cafe, glowing through the night. Rain light inside the conservatory cafe. Everything feels right. The weather changes, the groove remains. The room keeps shelter from the rain light inside the conservatory cafe, glowing through the night. Rain light inside the conservatory cafe, holding every light. The rain keeps falling, the lamps stay warm, the night stays open. Rain on glass, palm shadows, warm roads, drifting slow.